Welcome to Who Sucks More, the game show brought to you by the Chris and Andre Show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Who Sucks More with your host Chris, Andre, and of course with us always Fireside Joe, aka Fire Guy Joe, aka friend of the show Joe, aka apologetic Fireside Joe. I don't know if he's gone by any other names over the years, but
I think he's running from the FBI. He's got a lot of aliases.
He's got so many aliases, and for some reason he decided to come on a podcast that has a video feed. And yeah,
I grew a
here
beard
we
for the
are.
podcast. That was okay.
In this segment, we talk about the things in life that suck, or in some cases, not the things that suck, but we find the sucky things about them. We know that there might be good, there might be great, there might be awesome things about these two people that we're getting ready to talk about, but we don't give a about that today. We're only here to discuss Who Sucks More, the game where there are no winners, only losers. Today, we've got two world-famous directors who have made their mark with a number of different franchises, and yet we're going to find out what it is that sucks about these guys. So today we have James Cameron versus Ridley Scott. That ought to piss off enough people. I'll give you all a moment to collect yourselves, metaphorically.
And start leaving stuff in the comments.
Yes, please. Give me your hate. It fuels me. Since Joe and Andre are both too chicken to go first, I have drawn the short straw and get to weigh in first and foremost. I mean, really, I was the one that put this in the doc, so I guess I kind of deserve to go first for this. I'll tackle James Cameron first. James Cameron, what sucks about him? It wasn't like the original Terminator or Terminator 2, but T3 was pretty damn awful. Titanic, a good movie, but is it still okay, maybe good movie is a stretch, but
yeah.
I feel like that dude's kind of just been living off of that for a while. Anytime you make a movie in the water now, you apparently have to hire James Cameron to direct it. They even made that joke on Entourage when they had Vinny playing Aquaman. They got James Cameron to direct a fake movie. It's crazy. The thing that I think sucks most about James Cameron at this point is his disdain for superhero films. I think Marvel films in particular. Right? God forbid that he not like, or that he like a thing that he doesn't do and that costs him money or is a challenge to him making money. It's shocking that he doesn't like superhero films. Oh, they're so cliche. Oh, it's so easy to make them. Okay, well then what's DC's problem?
Ooh.
You see what I did there? They keep hiring
that.
Zack Snyder. I guess that's what their problem is. I'm just firing shots left and right here, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's the suckiness of James Cameron in my book. Do you guys want to go James Cameron first, or do you want me to go ahead and give my Ridley Scott?
I'll go James Cameron. I got to echo
You're just
going to
steal second place from Joe.
Yeah, I'm just because I'm all riled up now, man. The boy came out with some lovely, super pointed, aggressive hate against superhero movies, and he forgets the shitstorm, which is Avatar.
Oh.
That I can't say
and
enough.
Avatar 2.
And Avatar 2. Oh, it's going to be a masterpiece. It's taken 15 years for this movie to come out.
From 2009
and nobody
to
cares.
2022.
Yep.
Yeah, the people that watch the first one aren't going to be the ones, he probably won't draw a new audience to the second one. And you probably can get a band of people to watch the first one because it's long and boring. It was one of the first mainstream movies to stretch the hour 30 mark on purpose with the intent of it being a good film, and it was just awful. And I got so pissed at everybody saying it was great. I didn't like Titanic. I mean, we all knew what was going to happen. Everybody died.
Yeah, that wasn't the point of that movie, but okay.
It didn't need to be made. It
Billy
was just an awful movie.
Zane!
It was an awful movie. T3 was horrendous. He knows how to kill a franchise. So for everybody that thinks James Cameron's awesome, I'm just here to tell you he's lived in the past. He's had some great movies. Let's move on.
All right, Joe, what you got for James Cameron?
I'm going to go on that little tangent when you said he likes to kill franchises. I don't think he just kills them. I think he drags them down the road stuck in a tire. Because Avatar alone, it was the biggest box office earner in history for a very long time, but he just doesn't
until Marvel stole his cookies, yo.
Yeah, until Marvel was like, let's rerun Endgame twice and beat that.
No, he actually reran. He reran
Avatar.
He's the one that set the precedent to do that, and that's why I think it's awesome that Marvel did that too. They're like, oh, we're right there. Let's just do it one more time. But any hype that was there for Avatar 2 died 11 years ago. Like, there's no reason for him to take this long to make this movie. If you look online, Avatar 2, they still they barely have adequate concept art for anything. It just looks like a bunch of generic stuff that somebody made on Pinterest. It just there's no character to it. So he keeps saying it's going to come out this year, next year, yada yada. He's used the excuse that COVID slowed it down for 2 years. I'm like, dude, you don't work on a project that long and it gets slowed down by COVID. It was already slowed down or not even there. Like, so
that's like George R.R. Martin saying the reason he hasn't released another book is because of COVID.
Yeah, he has no intentions. He released an interview saying he did not expect the show to catch up that fast, and he had no intentions to actually finish it this soon. Yeah. So yeah, that's another douchebag video later.
He just got added to the Who Sucks More list for sure.
I think the biggest problem with James Cameron is he's holding on to this intellectual property. He won't let it grow outside of him.
But is it really IP though? Like
it is. Aliens. Aliens is like, it's a big freaking thing. There's action figures, comic books.
Hold on. We're talking about James Cameron or Ridley Scott here?
Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott is the one.
James Cameron did Aliens, isn't he?
No, that's Ridley Scott.
I'm looking.
That's Ridley Scott.
I'm looking at James Cameron's movie. It's Avatar, Titanic, go down, and it's Terminator. Alita Battle Angel for some reason.
Oh, I didn't want to talk. I was actually going to
It's you can go to Best Buy and buy it for $4 Blu-ray right now. I've been thinking about it. That's not even a joke. I just like for $4, like I can buy crap. I bought Friday the 13th collection pack for that same price, though.
Wow.
So I think that James Cameron did come in at some point. This is how these guys are tied together to do something with the Alien film franchise.
Resurrection.
He did direct.
Yeah, the 1986 one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So even there, he can't even like do his own stuff. He had to come in and try and mess up somebody else's crap.
Yeah, he did the Aliens right before The Abyss, and I don't think anyone remembers The Abyss.
That was Resurrection, right?
I don't believe so. I think it was just the second one, Aliens. Yeah.
Aliens 2?
Yeah. But obviously these two douchebags are very connected in their history. But I just don't like when directors, blow their own smoke up their ass and they think that nothing can touch them. And I feel like, in respect to both these gentlemen, they're both like that. But I feel like James Cameron's a little more like that because I don't know if it's just the Canadian politeness he has that makes him so that way. But Titanic was good, but.
It was a terrible movie.
Can we stop talking about it? No, it was good for what it was at the time, but nowadays I couldn't watch it without cringing.
I watched it then and it was awful.
How many Saturday Night Live skits made fun of the whole floating door had enough space gimmick?
That movie was awful from beginning to end. I didn't like any part of that movie.
But in reference to the two, I have to give it to the younger one. James Cameron is more of a douchebag in my eyes.
Okay.
So mostly, I want to reiterate, he's the biggest reason why a lot of these franchises haven't got quality video games. Because there's a lot of times when he will not sign off on a game unless he has his hands in it, and because he has no idea how to make a good video game, he screws up everything. So
that's shocking.
I'm very hurt that he exists, and he should
very hurt that he exists. Stop existing, James Cameron.
Let's go to the next guy.
Yeah, so Ridley Scott, the main issue that I have with Ridley Scott, because like Aliens, the franchise and stuff like that was actually pretty entertaining overall. I wasn't like super into that stuff when I was kids. AVP, Aliens versus Predator, was great. I mean, like over the top, super cheesy.
Don't Andre, don't do that. I'm with him on that.
Yeah,
it was fun. This was exactly what you needed to be.
Stop doing drugs, man. There's no.
I did stop doing drugs. Thank you very much.
Well. Start doing them again, so maybe your brain bounces out. Because I cannot believe the crazy you're talking. But go ahead.
No, so Ridley Scott released or produced, directed, whatever, The Last Duel, right, with Matt Damon. Matt Damon. And Adam Driver, and blamed millennials for being on their phones for the reason that movie bombed at the box office.
Make it more entertaining for us to get off our phones.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that we have better things to do than watch some boring-ass movie between two guys fighting over a girl like 500 years ago that nobody actually cares about.
It was a 500-year-old rape movie.
Yeah.
Like, why is that a thing? Like that, like, I'm sorry.
Because of Ridley Scott.
I will never watch it. So go ahead, continue.
That's it. That's literally all I got for Ridley Scott. Like, dude sucks.
That's all I need.
Just on that.
Oh my god.
All right, so I don't like the guy. I didn't watch his rape movie. I didn't think that shouldn't be the premise of any movie. I don't like Raised by Wolves. I tried to watch it, and I just got infuriated the more I watched it. Great actors, the cast was great, the story is just god awful, and if I just don't like the guy. I don't. He's like creeping up to your boy. What's his name? James Gunn. He's like in James Gunn territory for me. Like, I think they're so creative and they're so.
What is your heart on for James Gunn, man?
I think they're the same person, just a little age difference. If you can't get out of your way long enough to accept criticism and do a better job and produce a better product, then you can eat all the bags of dicks. And I
Did you like the Martian with Matt Damon? Matt Damon.
No.
I kind of liked that one. That one wasn't terrible. Hannibal was awful. Gladiator's so overrated.
22 years ago.
Gladiator?
Yeah.
22 years ago.
It was a good movie.
I was not entertained. Let me put it that way.
Okay, that's fair. I thought it was a good movie. But I think overall, like, I don't put these guys on a pedestal, and I think that they should be able to produce the stories. Even if you box the technology into the time periods these movies are done, that's okay. But is the story good? And I think he just struggles with getting a good story out. So,
all right, Joe, what you got on Ridley Scott? We know you already hate James Cameron more, but
he needs to get his hands out of the pot. He's consistently screwing up Alien, whichever way you like to say it. Alien Covenant should never have happened. Like, when you have other directors and storytellers telling you that this is not going to be kosher with any of the other storylines, it's just ego at that point that he pushes through with it. And the big thing is just looking at his portfolio. It feels like he peaked in 2011, and everything else has just kind of been like trying to put himself on that pedestal. He's very self-important, but for a guy who's 80-something years old, I think you should know when you peaked, and you should just let other people handle your stuff now.
Wow,
I'm looking at this now. There's 4 different names for Prometheus. He couldn't decide which one to go with, and it wasn't until like a couple months prior to the release that he finally went with Prometheus. Yeah. And I'm like, what kind of like, can you call yourself a director if you have no direction?
Yeah.
That's messed up. When you're 87, you should know when you peaked. Viagra, baby.
All right, well, I think it's voting time, gentlemen. James Cameron versus Ridley Scott. Who sucks more? Joe, we know you sounded earlier, at least, like you were on the James Cameron
trust me, I don't like Ridley Scott either, but at least he keeps himself like contained to his own bullshit and doesn't mess up anybody else's stuff.
All right, so we got one vote for James Cameron there.
I'm going to go James Cameron. I don't like how he takes shots at superhero movies.
Yeah, this is a clean sweep for James Cameron today, ladies and gentlemen. The loser of Who Sucks More, James Cameron. Congratulations, sir. You suck more.
You suck more.
That's right. You get like 10 Chris's yelling, "You suck more" at you. That's what you win from this shitty game show. Anyways, thank you guys for checking this out. We hope you liked it. If you've got somebody that you would like to nominate for Who Sucks More, drop a comment. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Email us at comments@chrisandandreshow.com. We'll be back next week with some more Who Sucks More.
Thank you.